Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to show you how to become a profitable business and create a workplace which people want to be part of. In my last video I spoke about culture, team culture, and why it is important and all the reasons for which it is important. I'm going to show you how to build team culture today. But first, I need you to understand and internalize something, which is that culture is built by people for people. Winning is a byproduct of culture and it's not the source of it. So if you get that, then we can move on with the video, or you can drop off right now. And if you're moving on, then obviously the first thing to do is to get the right humans in your team. And notice that I use the word humans and not people, because people with the right skill set is obvious. It's common sense, you need to have that. But you need the right humans in your team. And the right humans are people who care, who are respectful, and who are humble. If you have the wrong humans on your team, you will never be able to build culture. Wrong people on the bus, biggest mistake of your life. Now, if you have the right humans on board, what do you need them to do? You need them to work together as a team. And the surest way of building teamwork within a group of people is to give them a shared goal towards all of them are accountable. All right, so you have a team of highly skilled, good human beings on your team working towards a shared objective or goal. What next? Accountability. But accountability has a catch. And the catch is the moment I say the word accountability, what comes to everybody's minds are KPIs, objectives, and things like that. The problem with that is that a board holds a CEO accountable, a CEO holds head of departments accountable, they hold their team leads accountable, they hold their executives accountable, they hold the ground accountable. You come to a point where it breaks down. It is important to drive a business, not saying that, but you need to balance it with another kind of accountability, and I believe that is collaboration accountability built into your structure. What I mean here is this. Every individual in your team, to build good team culture, every individual in your team needs to be held accountable for two things: their KPIs to drive good business, but also their collaboration. If their KPIs are hitting but their collaboration is bad, that's a problem you need to solve. So far, great people, good human beings with a good skill set, working on a shared objective with accountability on results and collaboration. What next? You next. The leader is next. A leader's personal attributes and their attitudes can crush a team culture or uplift it to amazing heights. But how do you do that? Books upon books upon books have been written on it. I have many of these books right here which talk about all different forms of leadership. But from experience, it comes down to 5 simple things. Number 1, care. The leaders of the best team cultures and the best performing organizations truly care about their people. Number 2, listening most of the time. This is a catch-22. Leaders tend to think, I need to inspire my team. So in order to inspire my team, I need to talk to them. I need to guide them. I need to tell them what to do. But that doesn't work. In reality, what a person who talks too much is doing is telling people, I don't hold your views in any regard. I am the only important one. And so they build a culture where people don't really want to contribute because the leader is telling them what to do all the time or trying to inspire them all the time. Number 3, don't be a bully. The worst and the most toxic of managers are bullies. People who talk, cut other people off, don't let them speak up, don't hold their opinions accountable, boss them around, demand more and more. Those are the people nobody wants to work for. Number 4, be fair. Fairness is a basic human need. Maybe 50 years ago, people were not treated fairly and they let it go. But now, as the world has become more complex and our brains have adapted to that complexity and themselves become more complex, everyone is more aware of their rights. Everyone is more aware of what should happen to them and what fair treatment looks like. So if you're not fair, if you even show a sliver of being unfair, you will lose trust immediately. And people will not be around you, they won't want to work with you, and you will fail and your team culture will collapse. Number 5, concentrate on building more leaders. A great team culture is one where everybody knows that they are growing, where they are growing in their skill set, they are growing in their attitudes, and they are growing in their compensation. And the only way to make that possible is to ensure that a business is growing and scaling. But how can you do that if you are a leader and not creating others? So your primary goal is to be a leader of leaders, to be a leader that tries to make other leaders and inculcate in them the habits and the attitudes and the needs of a good leader, so that they can lead a group of people and create more leaders out of them, and then those can create another group of people and create more leaders out of them. Your business keeps scaling, inshallah, exponentially. Everybody feels growth, and when they feel growth, they don't want to leave you. When people don't leave you and stay for long and long periods of time, you are writing the recipe of excellent team culture. What next? Up next is courage. Courage means calm in tough situations. It means self-awareness. It means you know it's okay to be vulnerable and tell your team that I don't know the solution here, help me out. And it means above all that you will be decisive for the good of the team, even though a decision seems counterintuitive in the moment. Next up is cultivating strategic thinking. Now, this word strategic thinking might seem complex, but in reality, it all boils down to one single thing: knowing what you are not going to do. Imagine if every single individual on your team knew exactly what you don't stand for and what the team does not stand for. So many decisions on a day-to-day basis will become quick and easy. Everybody will feel they're all headed in the same direction, and this feeling can improve your culture exponentially. All right, quick recap. A great leader working with a team of highly skilled human beings, all working towards a shared objective with clear strategic thinking, all taking courageous decisions day in and day out, and all being accountable for their business KPIs as well as collaboration. What's missing? Just one thing: powerful HR. A huge problem in our world today is that HR reports to finance. When HR reports to finance, they look at people as a mathematical formula. I put X, the salary, equals to I get Y, the output, the profitability. How do I increase Y while keeping X low? When you do that, how can you create fairness between two people who are performing at different levels? If you have the same policy for two people with different internal desires, with different ambitions, performing differently, it's just not going to be a fair environment. And all your efforts to build a good team culture will fail without powerful HR. Thank you very much. Let's talk.